start with this sheet here, the edge sheet, and talk about what essential oils are. Essential oils are nature's defense mechanism for plants and cells. So every living thing is built with some kind of immune system, and plants have that too. And with the essential oils, we can use that on us. Pure extracts from plants, they are highly concentrated. They are 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs, so that's huge. 1 drop of peppermint essential oil equals 28 cups of peppermint tea, so let out. Why explore nature's solutions for your health? Essential oils are unique in that they address problems instead of addressing the symptoms of what's going on. So there's no Band-Aid system here. They're very affordable. They're just pennies per drop. They're available at home, so you can have everything you need at home. There's no side effects with proper recommended use. Why doTERRA? Plants are grown and oils are harvested in their natural habitat, which is hugely important. They have the most therapeutic benefit when they're growing in the part of the world where they're flourishing. So you get the best from there. CPTG is certified. Whoa, is that backwards? Help me out.
Certified pure.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm like, wait a minute, my brain's not working today. It's Saturday. So yeah, certified pure therapeutic grade is doTERRA's oils, and that is their promise to us that they are giving us a natural, pure product and that they have minimum standards. Each batch of oil undergoes multiple third-party testing to certify purity, and they if a batch does not meet their purity standards, it's not used, so that's important. The purest oils you can find in the world today. Essential oils are effective. Essential oils work at the cellular level and protect cells. Impurities and threats that reside on the inside and the outside of the cell. So when you have a threat on your outside of your cell here, you go to the doctor and they give you antibiotics to take care of that, but it's not small enough to actually get into the cell. The molecular structure is too big. And when you have that threat on the inside of the cell, they tell you to go home, drink water, rest, get better. Essential oils can actually penetrate the cell and help take care of that threat. Essential oils are nutrients that penetrate or diffuse into the cell membranes and fight against the threats. How to use essential oils: you can use them aromatically by inhaling or using a diffuser. What you breathe can affect your mood. It can also clean the air and support your diaphragm and breathing. Topically, which is super powerful, 1 drop of essential oil can service every cell in your body. From bottom of the feet, it nourishes your bloodstream within 30 seconds. Apply to feet, ears, chest, back and neck, head, and the troubled area. For sensitivity, dilute with coconut oil. Or you can take them internally if they're a pure oil. Just add to water, drop on your tongue, or put in a capsule. Nourishes the whole body, including the digestive system, mouth, throat, liver, and urogenital tract. Okay, so I'm just going to skip ahead to the next sheet. There's some health. There's a health worksheet on the back of that, so you can look at that at your leisure. So the basics of essential oils for your pet. Everybody got that one? Okay, so as we all know, dogs and cats are very sensitive and they have sensitive noses. Smells can be overpowering for them. An aversion to an essential oil or oils may occur if the animal is introduced to the smell too quickly, so slower is better. So you never want to pop open a bottle and shove it in your dog or cat's nose because that can be offensive, and that can actually be offensive for people as well. Excuse me, let me drink water. Okay, so the first rule with animal use is to always use the oil on yourself first and then approach your animal. Essential oils are species specific also, so keep in mind that what works for you may not work on your dog, and what works on the dog may not work on the cat, because the systems are all much different, even though we're all living things. So there are different ways to use essential oils for your pets. Diffusing. When diffusing for your furry friend, be certain that he is able to move away from the diffuser. Make sure they have an escape route and can leave the room. And this is especially true for cats, and we'll get into why in a second here. Petting, take 1 drop of oil into your hand. Rub together until there is no residue left. Approach your pet. If he isn't offended by the smell, pet him and avoid face and paws, because even though you're just petting them on the fur, it's still getting into their system. Internally is suggested for dogs only. Start with 1 drop in their water or food. You may also mix the drop into some coconut oil, which is a bonus because it's great for skin coat and digestion. Indirect, 1 drop in your hand. Rub in and rub your hand on your pet's bedding, etc. Water misting. Add 1 drop of essential oil into a glass spray bottle and mist over your pet. Shake well before each use. This is amazing if you have a dog with a short trachea or they have kennel cough or something like that. I work with pugs, so we're misting a lot because they have such a short trachea and they're always getting that, like, it's like a backwards sneeze and it's very uncomfortable for them. So we mist the air above them quite a bit. Oil misting, mix an oil with a carrier in a glass spray bottle and spray your pet. That one works good for petting as well. With the oil misting, you can spray it in your hand and pet them. Topically, 1 drop directly on your pet. That doesn't necessarily mean 1 drop of oil. It can be 1 drop of a dilution of oil. And aroma touch, similar to the human aroma touch technique, apply oils along the spine. So you can look that up, that method there. Okay, so important information about cats and essential oils. Cat systems lack a detoxification mechanism that most animals have. It is very important to avoid oils with phenols in them, such as melaleuca. Clove's another one, and I think there's 2 more in doTERRA's lineup that are high in phenols. So you want to avoid those unless you have a specific issue that needs that specific oil. You just kind of want to avoid them. They lack an enzyme in their liver that breaks down and processes some of the chemical constituents in those. So always let the cat decide if he or she likes the oil. If she leaves, do not use it. This is huge. I have a cat at home he's a funny little guy. He's got weird little fur and it looks like somebody glued his tail on. But he comes in the room and, like, way back when we first got him, if I was painting my nails or something, he would come in the room and he'd be like, "Hey, how's it going?" "What? Nope, I'm leaving," and he does this little backwards flip out of the room. So he is super sensitive. My other cat's not so much, but yeah, he usually stays out of the rooms where we diffuse, and if I diffuse, I always make sure he can go outside if I'm diffusing in the front room. Always use essential oils highly diluted with cats. This says 1 drop to 10 to 25 milliliters, but what I've been reading, or 1 to 2 tablespoons, what I've been reading lately says 1 drop to 4 tablespoons. So that's 1/4 cup of oil. And then from there, you only use 1 drop of that mix on your cat, unless they have a serious issue going on that needs more. Okay, never leave her in a room with a running diffuser. She needs to be able to leave the area if she wants to. And never use essential oils directly on their body. Petting method is okay. Don't put it on their paws. Don't get it on their skin. They just can't absorb, they can't process oils. And that's true with the dilutions as well. Those only need to be petted on cats. Okay, so the next page is a essential oils and cat care page. There's just some various issues and the oils that can be used for that. Down at the bottom, they have a couple recipes that are good. I'm gonna skip that. Canine reflexology. I have searched high and low for a comprehensive map of the canine foot. They don't make them. They've tried. They just can't come up with one that's comprehensive enough to say, this little pad deals with this area of the body. So we just kind of use the whole foot when you do canine reflexology. So you want to sit while you and your dog are relaxed. Make sure he is relaxed and sitting or lying down, and you're doing the same. So you just kind of want to veg out together. Gently touch his paws. Use a finger or thumb and apply firm, gentle, and repetitive pressure to 1 paw at a time. Work all over each pad. At the end, gently massage between the pads. If he is receptive to all of this, do the same to the bottom of his legs, as there are reflexology points around the ankles as well. End with snuggles. Most dogs will really enjoy reflexology, so don't forget to enjoy your quiet time because this should be nice and relaxing for the both of you. The next page is just basic common dog ailment remedies. Things like tick removal, keeping their ears healthy, immune support from environmental threats, calming moodiness, confidence boosters. The promoting healthy cell growth, it says apply 1 drop of frankincense directly on the growth and diluted 2 times per day. So that's one of the instances where you can use just a straight oil when there's a specific problem you're targeting there. The next sheet is a dog care one, same idea as the cat care. There's some oils listed, all the different things you can use it for, and then some recipes on the bottom there. The book I recommend that I like the most is this book here is called SpOIL, with the big oil your pet. It's written by a veterinary, by a couple vets. So they have in here there's guidelines and specifics on essential oil use. Then they have this whole section right here. I don't know if you can see that right there. That's all ailments. So it's very, very comprehensive. They have, in the back of every ailment they have for dogs, for cats, dogs, and things you can do for dogs and cats. And then they kind of explain what it might be, or, what could cause the specific issue and how to steer clear of it in the future, which is awesome. And then toward the back, they talk about commonly recommended essential oils for pets. And it tells you what a citrus oil can do for a dog or a cat, what geranium can do, things of that nature. And then in the very back here, they have some awesome recipes. So there's everything from antiseptic shampoos, flea and tick sprays, chew deterrent, healing salves, gentle cleansers, homemade flea collars, litter box powder, the whole 9 yards. You can even do a flea bomb with your diffuser. It's pretty hardcore. They usually recommend you leave the house for 3 hours when you do it. Get all the living things out and just bomb it away. It includes black pepper, oregano, wild orange, peppermint, and the cleansing blend, and 10 drops of each. So it's pretty hard bomb there. And then they have sanitizer and things like that. But yeah, this book I found really good. I refer to it often. I keep it in my purse. It goes to work with me. When somebody has an issue, they come flying to me. So yeah, that's about all I have, unless you want to talk more about the Edge system. But yeah, we've got some stuff up here. There's some essential oil, flea and tick shampoo, and some sprays, and we've got some make and take going on up here. So, any questions?
I have a question.
Yes.
My mom's cat has really bad flea allergies.
Mm-hmm.
Like really bad. Like you touch him and there are bumps everywhere.
Yeah.
She's tried everything, taken him to the vet, everything. They've given him prednisone. It clears up for a week and then it's back again. Is there something that with the flea and tick shampoo or with the flea and tick spray that might help?
The flea and tick spray would be good for a cat, around the cat areas.
Right.
Be really good in the bed, things of that nature. I wouldn't recommend putting the oils on the cat. There are a couple things that I can recommend to you, though, that are, diatomaceous earth is one of them.
It didn't work.
It didn't work?
It didn't work.
Yeah, you'd have to be really diligent with it, getting it on the cat, and then another thing you could do is coat, just plain old hard coconut oil on the owie parts, because it's got a tiny molecular structure to it too, and so it penetrates couple layers down more than most things, and it can help with healing.
Okay.
And it's also I think it's antifungal. So.
Yeah, I didn't want to do any of the flea and tick spray on the cat just because I didn't want to aggravate the situation.
Yeah.
already?
Yeah, definitely. I would, you could always put it in your hands, spray it in your hand, rub it around until there's no residue left, and pet the cat to kind of help with that. But definitely getting the environment treated, the carpets, the bedding, all that stuff.
He won't come in the house.
Oh, even better. Outside cat.
He's a shop kitty. And
okay.
he won't come in the house.
Is there a lot of crunchies going on the bottom of the chin?
Not
or
too
is
bad.
It most on the...
It's mostly on the back and like top of the like bread above the table.
Definitely fleas.
Oh yeah, it's definitely fleas. But they had the flea collar that they got from the vet that's supposed to last like 6 months or something. And after the prednisone was gone, the flea collar quit working, and then of course it was $90 and he lost it after a week. So
there is, if the cat's agreeable, there is a mix of oils. I don't have the list with me, but I can message you later. There's a list of oils that you can mix just straight and put a drop on the collar, and if the cat's okay with it being near it, you can put that on there that helps with get rid of the fleas.
Okay. And then she also has another cat because she has like 12. So
Yeah,
she has another cat. She's always one cat short of the crazy cat. Always. She has another cat that has an aversion to the topical flea medicines that she's gotten from the vet, but he's diabetic.
Okay.
And so she didn't know if the flea and tick spray would. I don't know if we could talk about that, but
the spray should be okay.
Okay. Because he gets
I know what
shots
you mean
twice a
about
day,
my one weird cat that bounds out of the room when something smells. If I put any topical treatment on him, it gives him a skin burn.
Yeah.
And you can tell because when you pet him, he's a black cat, so you can see it really well. His skin flakes up off of him every time. So, and it's rough when even when I have to put a drop or two on him, he fruits out for a day or two.
She just wanted to make sure that, well, I shouldn't say make sure, she wanted to see if there was a possibility that it could interact with his shots for.
It shouldn't.
Okay.
It shouldn't.
There's always that.
Yeah.
Possibly, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
But.
My boss has a diabetic cat who just passed away, so I can ask questions about that too.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
All right. Anybody else? Anything else? Do you have any questions? No, I tell you everything. All right, kids. Well, thanks for coming.
Thank you.